Hello everyone, Karen Miller here. Today I'm going to do a butternut squash pie. I have some roasted butternut squash here, and when I get back we're going to put this in the food processor with some almond milk and maple sugar and get it going. All right, so I have 2 cups of cooked butternut squash, and you need to cook the squash before you measure it out because it's easier that way. I'm going to add a little bit of ginger, about a teaspoon, not a lot, because I don't want too much of a ginger flavor in that dish. I'm going to add some cinnamon powder, some allspice, and that's about it. And I'm going to put the almond milk and maple sugar and stir this up. So I have here my roasted butternut squash, a little bit of ginger, some ground allspice and cinnamon, and I'm going to add my almond milk and maple sugar that I mixed. You can use agave syrup in this, but I chose to use the maple sugar because I think it has a much better flavor in this application. The recipe is going to be on the website with tips and explanations. Let's get this going. I'm rolling out the pie crust for our butternut squash pie. The recipe will be on the website. When I'm done rolling it out, I'm going to place the pastry in the pan, and then we're going to add our puree of squash, and we're going to get this in the oven. So my crust is rolled out. I have a 9-inch pan here, and I have some parchment paper in the middle here. I'm going to take my pie crust and put it here in the pan, because I bought this pan at the 99-cent store, very reasonably priced, but it's probably kind of sketchy. I don't trust it, so this is why I'm putting the parchment paper. So I'm going to turn this around, all around. Again, it's rustic. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to bend this over. Some of the edges are thicker than others. That's fine. I'm going to roll this around, and then we're going to make our, I do this with my 2 fingers like this. You squeeze it like that. Round and round and round until you get to the other end, and then we're going to add our filling. So when I get back, we're going to add our filling. So now guys, I'm going to put my mixture on the crust and put this in the oven, 375 for about 50 minutes. I also added a bit of orange juice. It's optional, but I think it gives it some extra flavor. So I'm going to finish doing this, and when this is baked, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I removed the butternut squash pie from the oven. It was in there for 40 minutes because this is a smaller pie. So depending on your oven and what's going on with it, you know, it could be 40 or 45 minutes. So I'm not going to cut open this tonight because this has to set up. So I'm going to let it cool and put it in the refrigerator overnight, and it's going to set up so we can cut it much better. Hello guys, I'm back and I wanted to show you this coconut whipping cream. Yes, there is such a thing. I didn't know, but I found it at a shop in New York. And you have to chill, pour, and whip. Because I've been trying for a very long time to, how can I get whipping cream from aquafaba? And you could get it to look like whipped cream, but it's not stable enough, and it just falls after a while. So I found this thing and I'm going to try to now use it. I'm going to put like a 1/4 cup in my mixer here. I have attached my whisk and I'm going to start whisking this. So you see this has a little peak, and you know, this is the texture of it. So it has the consistency of whipping cream. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some sugar to this to sweeten it up a little bit, some maple sugar, because I'm going to use this as garnishing on the butternut squash pie. So I'm going to let this go a little bit longer. I'm going to add my sugar. So we have our pie here. I'm going to cut a piece. I put this in the refrigerator overnight to set. When you're doing this, make sure that you do this the day before, because it's going to be very mushy if you cut it open the same time. And I'm now going to put some of my whipped cream on top of this as a little garnish. Good. This is delicious, guys. This is like the best butternut squash, vegan butternut squash pie, because of the ingredients and the method. So please make this. You're not gonna regret it. Okay, thanks for watching and take care.